Alright, okay. Okay, stop. I bet you guys like that pre-show back rub. It's Friday, so you know what that means. Let's welcome tonight's guests. They say money can't buy you happiness, but you'll never find out. Founder of Studio TST, Michael Loftus. His vicious trolling gets people scrolling. Host of the You Are Welcome podcast, Michael Malice. People are always mistaking him for an almond brother. Host of the Ricky Cobb Show on Outkick, Ricky Cobb. And her idea of a good time is the glaucoma test. Host of the Kennedy Saves the World podcast, Kennedy. Alright, before we get to some news stories, let's get to this.
Greg's Leftovers.
Oh, I hope these are good.
It's Leftovers, where I read the jokes that we didn't use this week, and as always, it's my first time reading them. So They Will Suck will dress Joe Mackey up as an Easter bunny and send him to Afghanistan. Yeah, they don't celebrate Easter there. The Udiga Zoo in New York announced that they're using drones to search for an escaped beaver. Using drones to find beaver, of course, was first pioneered by this man. On this day in 1955, New York City installed the first walk, don't walk street signals to be replaced in 2020 with this. Despite the popular 5-second rule, scientists have determined that no amount of time is safe when it comes to eating off the floor. Well, that's a risk I'm willing to take, said one man. Joe Biden is asking for $300,000 per speaking appearance, but so far has found very few takers. Well, unless they're undertakers. During a rough landing in Puerto Rico, a whale broke off a Frontier Airlines flight. Happens to me each time I fly, said one passenger. Florida woman was arrested for selling a 500-year-old bone. Wow, who knew they were breaking the poor guy down for parts? Finally, at Disneyland, a Canadian guy was arrested for walking around naked. To be fair though, it's not really unusual to see someone at Disneyland without pants. But what was even more humiliating for the naked man's arrest, when the tourists started singing, "It's a small world after all." Alright, to the monologue people. Tonight we check in with George Clooney. Remember when he wrote a scathing op-ed prior to the election, calling on Joe Biden to drop out? Gosh, I hope that Jake Tapper doesn't lie and tell Clooney that he did something that a lot of people would have called brave when he wrote his op-ed.
You yourself did something that a lot of people would call brave when you wrote your op-ed.
Well, I don't know if it was brave. It was a civic duty. When I saw people on my side of the street not telling the truth, I thought that was time to...
Are people still mad at you for that?
Some people, sure.
Wow, if that's Clooney with makeup, imagine what he would look like without it. Alright, Loftus. What's more in a shamble? The Democratic Party or your life? It's a toss-up right now. But AOC is involved in both. Watching that George Clooney clip, that was disturbing. I'm like, what Broadway show is he doing? Like, he hosted a multi-million-dollar fundraiser for Biden. Like, oh, the guy's great. After we saw the guy get defeated by stairs. We all knew that Joe couldn't handle it. Not a good look. Yeah. Ricky, good to see you. Ricky, I love how Clooney was talking about how they need somebody, but they don't have any ideas. Like, don't you need ideas first? Yeah, well, they've got ideas, but it's all the wrong ideas. That's the first problem. Look, we've all watched Joe Biden move around like a human Roomba for 4 years. And the best thing that Republicans have going for them is allowing the Democrats to say their ideas publicly. Yeah, let them make all the wrong choices. Michael Loftus, Michael Malice, Ricky Cobb, and Kennedy. I'm Gutfeld, and I love you,